The following is a fan-made podcast production. The Rolde players do not own or have any official involvement in the development and distribution of the Star Trek franchise. Star Trek Adventures is developed by Modiphius Entertainment, and the stories we tell are not to be taken as official Star Trek canon. Accessing log 12738. Decrypting. Playback commencing.
Personal log, stardate 9722.4. It was, a few weeks ago that I was at the helm on the Calypso. They told us about the peace talks at Kittimer. I remember looking at all of the bridge crew's faces. There was this, hesitant optimism on the captain's face. Definitely a lack of relief on our tactical officer's face, which did not surprise me. And then I look over to Colin, and he's got this shit-eating grin on his face. And he looks over to me and he's like, "Want to make a bet whether or not they're successful?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to make a bet. I think they're gonna be successful." And he, pessimist, bets that they won't. I don't know, maybe it's the optimist in me. I say to him, "If I win, I'm gonna rub this in your face for the rest of your life." And he knew that too. Peace. Peace between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. How is that gonna work? I'm hopeful, don't get me wrong. Maybe it's naive. Definitely naive when I left Trill. I don't regret it, I don't. Honestly, no interest with the joining committee. I'd rather forge my own path, make my own connections, thank you, have my own relationships, my own discoveries. I don't need another person's memories. I can make my own. 'Cause I'm my own goddamn person. That's what I admired about Colin. He knew who he was too. I had no idea, though, the sheer weight of all these relationships and connections. The space that they would take up inside me. And, the weight of losing Colin. Each person you make a connection with, you leave an impression on them. And then, they leave one on you. Fuck, Colin certainly has on me. I don't know, maybe I left that on Spock. Fuck, Captain Spock. When I knew him, he was Professor Spock. I mean, don't get me wrong, I look back on my time at Starfleet with fondness. I was at the fucking top of my class, and he was a good professor. I enjoyed his class, but I cannot get my head around why he chose me to be his first officer. Why? Only weeks after the Calypso? After Colin's death? Fuck. Calypso's still in space dock. They're not even halfway through her refit. What is it that he sees in me? The funny thing is that I have always looked forward to this promotion. I should be happy. I always thought it would be with Colin as the captain. But it's not. Colin would say, "Stop whining. You're first officer." And he would be right. And I am determined to serve my captain and my crew. Seeing as Captain Spock is a Vulcan, I have decided to begin daily meditation so I can hopefully better understand him, maybe begin to deal with some of my emotions regarding the Calypso. I hear that there is a Vulcan chief engineer aboard the Eupraxia, so maybe this will help foster a connection there too. If I'm being honest with myself, I have never felt more alone in my life.
The Rolde Players present Ex Astris, Star Trek Adventures, a real play Star Trek Adventures podcast starring the vocal talents of Courtney St. Gelais, Ian Helmick, Jingwei Patrick Sullivan, Emily Morkos, and Sawyer Paine. Special thanks to Jaclyn Hodgkins for our cover art, Symbol Bird and the Free Music Archive for our theme music, and to you, our listeners. For updates and ways to get involved, please consider following us on Twitter or Patreon, which you can find in this episode's info. Live long and prosper.